Hello everyone, welcome in your reading for this full moon. This is a pick a card reading, so let me pull out 3 cards for 3 groups and then you will pick your card and group, and all the timestamps will be below in the description or in the comments. Okay, so now here is group number 1, group number 2 and group number 3. Now you can go ahead and pause the video and pick the card that you feel drawn to. So take that time for yourself and pick your pile. And then tap on the description or in the comments and click on the timestamp. Hello back. Group number 1. Let's see. Your main card for this full moon is the Chariot. So this may be a good time for you to pick your direction, to pick where you want to go in life, to review your goals, your manifestations, of course. So it's a good time for you to manifest. Let's see what else for group number 1 for this full moon. Group number 1 for this full moon. What does this verse? So if you can choose any path, any goals, aims, manifestations, this is a perfect time for that group number 1. Let's see what else spiritual energy can we get for this full moon for group number 1. And we have the Child of Jewels, which is basically choosing new directions and exploring, because this beard is symbolizing living its own house and kind of going elsewhere to build the new house for themselves, to explore, So this is a great time to explore, to expand your wings, expand your horizons, and to basically get out of your comfort zone and go for the aims that maybe you were delaying for a long time now. So that's a very good opportunity for that group number 1 for this full moon. Let's see what else. We have the Man of Jewels and we have the 8 of Swords. So this is a good time to make the right decisions for yourself and also to overcome certain obstacles. Maybe you were kind of stuck in a certain struggles for a while, group number 1, certain traumas or experiences, generally something that was keeping you kind of everything was hard and you're kind of, now it's the time to overcome it. Now it's the time to kind of get through with it, and actually move forward into a better place. Maybe it's time to leave something, maybe it's time to find a better resources, better place, but basically it's time to make a right decision for yourself and for others that maybe you are taking care of. Maybe if you're a mother and you have children, maybe it's a good time now to make a proper decisions towards your life and generally. Okay, let's see. 1 card of truth. Let's pull out 1 card of truth, maybe 2, we'll see. Group number 1 for this full moon, what needs to be taken care of? We have 10 of Pentacles, 1 more card for group number 1 for this full moon, and we have 9 of Swords. Yeah, you have to make a better use of what's happening and maybe overcome your this needs to be overcome, okay? Whatever this thing is that causes you nightmares, anxiety, sleepless nights, it's time to let go of it, it's time to move forward with whatever it is in your life. And maybe the great way in this new moon is to basically manifest something better for yourself, because maybe you're too stuck in what's going wrong, in what you're stuck with, and maybe it's time to actually see what are your options, where you can go, and manifest something, even though it seems a little bit not realistic at the moment, but you should do it. You should manifest something that perfectly would fit for you, not the circumstances right now, because circumstances can always change based on your actions. So yeah, it's about using the opportunities you have. It's about taking everything you have and moving forward, So I feel like that's very important for you at this time. Group number 1. So we can pull out 1 word of advice from this oracle for you, group number 1 for this full moon. will be a quick message, but I hope it will be helpful. Group number 1 for this full moon. Group number 1 for this full moon. And you have patience. Yeah. So it's about slowly moving forward, step by step, okay? And one point of it is planning your future ahead and manifesting a positive outcomes, or manifesting what do you want to see. Like imagine what would be the perfect situation for you to be in, because you need to first have an idea of it before you move forward, because if you don't have it, you don't know where to go, what to manifest, what will be flowing into you. You know, if you don't have a clear intention, clear image of what it is you want, it will be harder for you to manifest it. Anyway, I hope this quick message helped you, group number 1. Let me know how it is in comments down below, and thank you so much for watching. Let's move on to the next part. Hello, group number 2. This is your card. And that card basically means about beginnings and endings, and basically the struggle being worth the wait. Okay? Next card, we have a 10 of Swords. Okay, so very certain maybe breakthrough in your life happening right now, group number 2. We have 11, child of nature. So, there might be 13, did I say 15 of nature? It's a woman of nature, yeah. My head is a mess now, but anyway. It basically, what I'm saying here is that there's kind of like a breakthrough in your life, and maybe you're struggling with something right now. Maybe there's a lot of emotions, a lot of tension, pressure, whatever it is, but there's basically something like coming to an end, or coming to a certain breakthrough in your life, change, you know. But this is important for you in this new moon, group number 2, to look at it objectively and see what is good about it, because maybe you're going through a certain endings, you know, but maybe you don't see what kind of beginnings it brings, or maybe you don't see how your struggles might pay off in the end, or how they do pay off already, you know. So that is a very important thing for you to remember, group number 2, in this new moon, is to basically see how far you went and how your struggles actually pay off, or did pay off, or will pay off. We have the 7 of Wands. What else for group number 2? We have 9 of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you might have a lot of worries, or about like a lot of like tiredness and maybe fear about certain things, but I need you right now, group number 2, to be kind of objective about the situation, and like think like, what would your higher self do, you know? What would realistically, ideally, what would like the best version of yourself do in this situation, you know? And wow, I love when I bend my cards. I don't. And we have 2 of Cups. Yeah, it's about seeing how there's a give and take in this situation. So basically, if you're having like struggles right now, like remember why you're in it in the first place. Like, why did you go through the struggles in the first place? Like, for what reason? It's probably very valid why you went through it in the first place. This card speaks all about the mother being through all the struggle of giving birth and being pregnant, you know, but at the end she gives birth to that beautiful child, and she understands that everything was worth it for this moment to happen. Right? It's a very beautiful card. Right? So maybe think about it that way. Whatever you're struggling with it right now, group number 2, how does it pay off? Why are you in it in the first place? What motivated you to do it? Or how is that important to you to the point where you committed to that in such a way? Okay, so there's a breakthrough, but remember that, you know, you're there for a reason. It's happening for a reason. Okay? Now, give me a second. Thanks for a wait. I just had to check the meaning of this one card in particular. And it's basically about you having to have more of a faith in yourself and in what's happening in your life. And basically standing your ground and basically holding on to what's happening, because there's a reason for it to happen, okay? So don't let it like kind of take you off your path and think like go into negativity zone, or, you know, reconsider the thing in your life or situation, but basically be more objective about it and notice how it is contributing to your life, and you know, how is the bigger picture of it. Okay, so let me pull out one oracle card for you to wrap it up. Group number 2 for this full moon. Group number 2 for this full moon. And we have compassion. Yeah? So maybe you just need to have more understanding towards the whole situation and yourself. So whatever it is, try to act with compassion towards yourself. Also when you're feeling something, or where you're like having a lot of anxiety or doubts or anything like that, try to be compassionate and kind towards yourself and towards everything included in this situation, you know? And give yourself understanding, especially if you're struggling or suffering. It's okay. And maybe try to share it with someone, but generally try to be objective about it and try to not get stuck in your head or worries or anything like that, but basically have faith, have this clear point of view and where it takes you, and have a struggle that it will at the end pay off, because you're there for a reason. You're there because you were willing to face it. You were willing to face it. You were willing to face this struggle. For what? There must be a reason. Anyway, so that's all I have for you, group number 2. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it brought some clarity, even though it's maybe a little bit. But thank you so much for watching, and let's move on to the next part. Thank you. Hello, group number 3. This is your card. Basically, at this full moon for you, group number 3, there might be a lot of build-up of energy. You might be kind of like on the edge of something. Like there will be like this need to maybe free yourself or explode with emotions or anything like that. But there's basically a lot of need for expression, or like something getting to you, maybe certain realizations, and basically maybe letting go. Also, I'm getting like the feeling of having to let go of certain stuff. Group number 3 in this full moon. And we have a 9 of Soul. Yeah, basically certain sacrifice. Maybe you'll be having to let go of certain things at this time in order to move on. Like there will be like this breakthrough, and you will have to just let go of certain things to move forward. It might be feelings, it might be certain attachments, but basically it's the best for you, group number 3, at this time to let go of certain things, or be it whatever, like, but yeah, it's time to let go of those things to move forward. What is for group number 3 on this full moon? And we have the animal of nature. It's basically, this card talks about seeing your whole journey in perspective and seeing how far you've come. Maybe there's also something that you need to get rid of from the past, maybe certain patterns or anything like that, but basically there needs to be a certain reflection on how far you've come. Ignore that if you heard that. Anyway, you just need to kind of reflect on your past and maybe certain mistakes or patterns you have made also, and the things you just have to basically let go of. Maybe there's just certain comfort zone that it's good to let go of at this time. Something from the past that served you for a while, but it's not serving you anymore. It's not serving maybe your growth anymore. But basically try to reflect also on the past and how it contributed to your growth and how much you've came through, you know. But also say goodbye to the things that no longer serve you at this time. And we have union. Yeah, it's basically kind of like reconnecting to the things that really matter for you at this time, group number 3. So I feel like it's time to let go of patterns or comfort zones or anything that is not serving you anymore for a longer while, and reconnect to what's really important and to present moment. I'm getting especially the thing about present moment. And yes, you have to sacrifice certain things, maybe certain beliefs, certain comfort zone, or certain attachments, grudges, or anything like that, but it's time to reconnect with present moment. So if you could do anything in this full moon, is to let go and connect to a present moment. Try to see what is the thing that is keeping you out of the present moment. That might be very helpful for you. Try to meditate on it. See what is the certain pattern that keeps you out of the present moment and experiencing. Now let's see some truth. Group 3 for full moon. Let's see what's happening for you. What's the truth you have to know at this moment? For this full moon, for group number 3. What do they have to know? What do you have to know? Again, we love when the cards fall off. Let me get that. And we have Hierophant and the Fool. Yeah, it's about new beginnings and doing it in alignment with yourself and with your actual, something that actually supports your spiritual growth. So the truth about the situation on this full moon, the truth you need to know in this full moon, group number 3, is that you have to let go of the past and move to the present moment, to the new beginnings with a fresh new start. So everything elsewhere goes away, you have to let go of it, and you basically stick only to the things that support your spiritual growth, your growth generally, and things that actually support your belief systems. So maybe if some things you are doing or coping mechanisms that you don't actually know that they may be hurtful for you and you keep doing them, that has to go. But yeah, basically a new beginning, let go of anything from the past and stick to the things that actually support your growth. That's very important for you. Group number 3. Let's wrap it up with one card of Oracle. And we got Ancestors. So that tells me a little bit about the past, So maybe there's just certain things from the past that you have to let go of. But also take an experience from it. If you can learn something from it, take it. It's still an experience, and just you don't have to let go of the whole thing and forget about it, but basically take what you need from it, take the lessons from it, and move forward with it, with the knowledge. And that's how you can let go of it, to basically learn from it, take what you need, and move forward. So, group number 3. I hope it helped you. I hope it brought you clarity. Let me know how this is going for you in the comments down below, because I love reading your comments. Now, if you want to see more content like that, subscribe, leave a like if you liked it, and thank you so much for watching. Thank you everyone for watching, all of the 3 groups, okay? Thank you so much. Bye bye.